will be the Southeast Asia as land bridge for the migratory raptors. What remains to be known? There's still a lot to be unknown of, but we have to start somewhere, where we are and where we standing, and we know that which way or which method we have to learn more to gain the knowledge to what we should do to conserve or to do anything that we would like to keep the wild raptors and the birds to be with us as the symbol of the nature that will be healthy for the birds and the humans. My organization is Faculty of Vet Med. I'm actually a vet pathologist, but birding and raptor watching is my hobby. But now it's taken my most of the time, joyously and sometimes maybe unjoyously, tiringly, but most of the time I enjoy it myself. So the overview for the Thailand, we have about, I say about or approximately because it depends on the flux of the taxonomical changes. In my field guide of the Thai raptor books, we recognize 55 species of raptors, and about half of them are migratory. And if we compare to the countries in the region, say Myanmar, Laos, Malaysia, Indonesia, or the Philippines, up to 30 species in those 55 to 60 species or taxa are migratory, either as the partial or the complete migrants. I will explain more in what term that some of the species are partial or the other are complete migrants. So the Southeast Asia as the region, as part of the Asia, and I say specifically to the continental part, not the archipelagos that I have almost no knowledge of or explain any. The region serves very importantly as the land bridge between the breeding habitat in the north, in the temperate zones, Siberia, Korea, mainland China, Japan, and maybe in some part of the Taiwan, as the breeding areas of this raptor, to the wintering areas in the tropics, starting from maybe in Thailand, in the northern Thailand, and most part of the Southeast Asia. But mostly they migrate through Thailand, as you will see tomorrow at Kaudinso or the Chumpon Raptor Center, to the archipelagos in the Philippines and Indonesia. That's the example, and I hope that you will see that tomorrow to make yourself impressive of the how grand the Chumpon Raptor Center can be the learning site, for all of us, the raptorphiles. Anyone can tell what kind of this flock is? Black basa, the Avicida lefortis. So that's just very small part of the flock, or as we call them, cattle in America, where I learned how to watch the raptors. In the flock, it can get to maybe several hundreds or almost 1,000. And tomorrow, if we get lucky, we have the flocks of the gray-fed basa and the black basa. Try to compare the density of the flocks. It's different between the OHBs, gray-fed basa, and the black basa. The black basa is the most dense flock formed between these 6 major species. So now I mentioned 3, and we have 3 more as the major species of the migratory raptors. And some of the speakers previously have mentioned that, the category of the major species I will mention here will be the ones that we can count more than 1,000 birds per season, and mainly either in Radar Hill or at the Kaudinso, it will be in autumn. In spring, some of you have experienced that the raptor tend to move westward, maybe to Myanmar, and west of the highway road, the highway number 4. Some of you have dropped that road before. Black basa, Chinese goshawk or sparrowhawk, depend on the the taxonomy, Oriental honey buzzard, greyfest, Japanese, and chikra. Chikra just recently found that is also a partial migrant, because in the past, this medium-sized exhibitor is regarded as the year-round breeding resident in Thailand and in some other countries in continental Southeast Asia. But about 5 years ago, at Radar Hill, I noticed some exhibitor with the long tail and rounded tail end, and you have heard that the sexual dimorphism in exhibitor is so marked. So we sometimes can identify the sex while the exhibitor in flight. So from that time, I have the photographic evidence that the chikra also migrate through southern Thailand to where. That will be the work for all of us in each country to be in the field to prove that where exactly chikra winters. I still have no known answer yet. You have seen this several times. The black buzzard, greyfest buzzard, honey buzzard, and the Chinese goshawk. That's 4 of the 6 major species. What we have known from the Radar Hill and the Khao Saw, and this I reproduce here the migration routes map, from the newly published ARCN Field Guides to Raptors of Asia. As you can see, the dark red lines represent the major route, and this has been confirmed by the result of the satellite tracking. Then, before this meeting, I was at the hill in Chiang Mai. That is the newly established raptor cow site at Tha Ton, Mae Ai district in Chiang Mai, to confirm that some of the raptors actually do not use this route, but enter Thailand and continental Southeast Asia directly from southern China. And we recorded about, as of last week, 12 species, including the rare species white Amu falcon that just started to move past Southeast Asia to Myanmar. I will talk in detail about that species later. And you can see that from Thailand here, Radar Hill is about here, and then Khao Saw is just about 40 kilometers away in direct line between Radar Hill and Khao Saw. I would like you to pay attention to this. From the east, from the site record that I have, the raptors, mostly the Oriental honey buzzard, tend to move west and enter western Malaysia or the peninsula here. And we have confirmed for the site record from Blinkim Chaiyan, the author from Malaysian Nature Society, that in the past year they get several ten thousands of the black buzzard here, but compared to the almost 100,000 black buzzard counted either at Radar Hill and Khao Saw, almost half of them, where are they going? Where are they hiding? Or we did the overcount in Thailand? Is that true? We still lack the information from the eastern part of the peninsula. Or as of now, we don't know exactly where is the wintering site of the black buzzard. In the Raptors of Thailand, the Bible of the raptor, as of now, they say that the wintering site of the black buzzard should be in the peninsula. And when we consider the site records that we have from Tan Kin Chong, who is the Singaporean delegate, and he is nicely complies the raptor sighting in Singapore. It's very few, maybe hundreds per season in autumn. In Western Malaysia, just about maximum less than half 100,000, and in Sumatra very few. and even in Tanjung Tuan, and that is the spring count in Western Malaysia. I explained myself just maybe tens of the black bass flew over the sea and landed in the Western Malaysia. So my guess is that it's maybe wintering in the southern Thailand, in the southernmost, and maybe in the evergreen forest in the western peninsula Malaysia. So what we need to do, maybe try to discover a new site, maybe to span the count line more than one or just two sites. And if we have enough budget, satellite tracking after we trap and catch the black bass and use the tracking to follow their path to where they're going to end up wintering. And that's for the black bass. Then for the Aquila eagles, yep, I have been collecting the data at the major wintering site in Thailand, and luckily we have local people that really cooperative to do the Eagle Watch Festival. It's been 4 or 5 years now since it's initiated in 2007 or 2008. Yeah. We have 4 species. In the past we have 5, including tawny eagle, but it's been proved that the first and the only specimen of the tawny eagle in Thailand turned to be the misidentified boneless eagle. So it should be delisted from the Thai avifauna. For the first species of the Aquila eagles, we have the greater spotted, steppe, imperial, and Caldinsaw has been recorded for the greater spotted. Then we have the smaller size, is the booted eagle. This one is quite rare in the past, but now if you provide your time at Red Hill or Caldinsaw from the second week of October to the end of October, you will see several, and in both mauve, dark and pale. From the cows result, both at Red Hill and Caldinsaw, we counted more than 50 individuals. And from my study published in the Thai Wildlife Journal, this is in contrast to the European population. We get more of the dark mauve, and we have less of the pale mauve. That's in contrast to the European population in, say, in Western or Eastern Europe, that they get more of the pale mauve and less of the dark mauve. But for the larger size, the Aquila, spotted steppe and imperials, we get less than 10. That would be the factor of the period we cover for the raptor count in autumn, because the Aquila tend to move later than the smaller sized raptors. Mostly they start to be found at Red Hill and Caldinsaw in very late October or in early November. And most of the time that I have seen myself, they flew past very high and very quick, so it easily missed, you know. So the shot of the steppe eagle that Asman took at Red Hill is a very lucky shot, and that's a good one to have the firm evidence that we have the steppe eagle, you know, pass by southern Thailand. But when we compare to the records in West Peninsula Malaysia, steppe, imperial, and spotted eagle, they are winterings there, right? Here I would like to show you the land use map of the area that is the most important wintering site in Thailand for the Aquila eagles. This is the map of Thailand, and the wintering site is here. It's in Phetchaburi, and we call this Bang Jak Nong Plalai rice field. It's part of the area close to the Gulf, in the Gulf of Thailand, and here is the Phet Kasem Road, or the highway number 4, and it's the main road that anyone who would like to visit the south have to drive, you know, if they're going to drive. The distance between